our VO2 max day is $300, and our threshold day is $300, and our long run is $300. The VO2 max day, we're getting those $300 on intensity. Our progression run is $300, and that's kind of our threshold day, and that's done maybe a little bit more volume, but a little less intensity than VO2 max. And then our long run, I like them on Saturdays, or a long ride, is a $300 day, but it's very low intensity and high volume. All right. And so what ends up happening is sometimes people on the long runs want to go a little faster so they get to marathon pace, or they get to the power output, average power output, and they're trying to hold it on the bike or whatever it is. What ends up happening is, like, on a $300 day, you can overspend a little bit, and you might overspend by $50. That doesn't affect us. I still run 10-minute pace, or I run 8:30, or I ran 7-minute, whatever your pace is, that's what I run. Or I have to hold this power output. Yeah, okay, great. So when do we pay the money back? And guess what happens? We carry that $50 over, but most people go harder the next week because it's more and they're feeling good, and this is what I'm supposed to be doing. So they're going over budget $5 or $30. They're generally not egregious in their errors and overspending for that day. And it just keeps accumulating. All right. So that after like 4 weeks, like every week we're $50 over budget. After 4 weeks, we are $200 over budget. $200 based on our $300 for quality session and $100 for aerobic session. We've either accounted for 2 aerobic days, recovery, restoration, aerobic, whatever you want to say. And we don't make it this like linear. All right. But I'm just using this for an analogy. It's almost a full quality session. All right. And the older we get, the more this is like spending, instead of spending from your bank account where you already have the money and allocated, like when you're young and you can recover super fast and you sleep and you have less things to be responsible for, is that you have this, as older, it's like we're spending on a credit card. All right. There's high interest here and we're not paying it off. So we get to the end of 4 weeks and we didn't pay it off. Well, now this is carrying over, and now we're having this fatigue. But most people feel like when they're training, they should be exhausted all the time. And guess what happens to your velocities on the key session, the speedy stuff? Well, that gets a little bit slower. And then you build more fatigue and it gets a little bit slower. And so then we're trying to achieve these, and it requires more effort. Okay. So at the end of the day, looking at it as a budget, when are you going to pay back the debt?